Okay, bring the hands up. Yeah, slowly stretch and we'll get our day started. Oh, but I can still feel I'm so tired. Not tired like last week, but wow, it's gonna take me a long time to try and catch up. Nice deep breath. Relax the face and smile from the heart and extend and let go. Let the legs fall to the earth. Open the joints. Think of opening the joints. Just on the joints, using the muscles around the joints to expand and open the joints. Breathing in and drop the wrist and use the fingertips and the palms to direct the chi down. And then pull the chi up from the earth, flowing it up through the body, through the bones, especially through the bones, stimulating the bone marrow. Press and arch back and open the chest and the rib cage a little bit. Each time a little bit more. And always starting off small and gently. And remember to use the ha sound when exhaling, especially when exhaling. Come up from the side. Keep the shoulder blades down, extend, and exhale. Drop the shoulder blades and elbows. Keep the palms open, keep the fingertips stretched and expanded. You want to stretch and open up all the muscle tissue. And feel like something's pulling on the fingertips, pulling on the feet, pulling from the top of the head, suspending from above. Scooping down as if filling up the whole body. Deep breath and squeeze and wrapping. Focus in the bones. Like you're wringing out every bone of your body, just with your intent, just with your imagination, your E, and ligaments and tendons around the joints. One thing I noticed, one of the participants yesterday, when they make a fist, the thumb was up. Let me get closer so you can see that. So when they made their fist, I realized, the thumb was up like this. And it's not a big thing when we teach punching and making a fist, and we tuck the thumb in. And I noticed a lot of females tend to do that. I don't know why. I don't know where that habit comes from. So when I was talking to Elena, afterwards I told her, said, I noticed that this one participant did this. And it's not a big issue because we're not talking about self-defense and those kind of forms. But to me, the reason, the health reason to try and encourage this kind of thumb is that because we're doing Taichi for arthritis, right? Part of the arthritis, addressing arthritis, is the movement. So if your thumb is open like this, right, then you're not getting that joint movement from there. So if you have that habit, or if you're working with people, you don't have to tell them, this is how you punch. You should tuck the thumb in like this for punching. For the arthritis, is we want to get joint movement in every joint of our body. So I said that's the reason for me in this program, right? So if the thumb is this way, right, they're not getting that joint movement right over here. So just something to be aware of. Yeah, it seems like a small thing, but as we get older, all of us, right, we have those joint joint pain. So we want to do that. So with that in mind, right, we'll start off the warm up. We haven't done this kind of exercise in a long time, but opening each finger at a time and closing each finger at a time, and getting them to wrap and address each joint as much as it's comfortable, as much as you can do. So we start off just opening first. So out and up. You're just making these circles and relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the elbows, right? And expanding, still expanding. And then as you come out, you can start to stretch and expand the palms. And as you come in, you can start to close the palms a little bit. Right? So they can start to open. From the small fingers start to close and come down. And then start to open. So we're slowly starting to make a fist. Right? Coming down until we squeeze. And then one finger at a time opens. And one finger at a time closes. And then squeezing. And then opening from here. Just one finger at a time. Okay. So as you come down, you ready? Squeeze that fist, and then open, and stretch, and then close, and wrap, and squeeze, and then open. So there's stretching, there's compression, there's expansion, stretching all the joints, and then a little bit of strength, and that nice circle move. Okay, and then just shake it out. Right, so let's see, we were coming in, so we want to go the opposite way. So palms out, and then down, and then looking at the palm, and turning out and down. So we're just reversing the circle, just to get the pattern. That's all we're doing right now, getting the pattern. And once we have the pattern, then we're going to go back to the joints. So as we come down, starting to close the fist one at a time, right? And then squeeze that fist as if you're punching upwards, and then out, and open one at a time. Right? And then make the fist coming down and squeeze, rising, and then turning and opening one finger at a time, one joint at a time, closing one joint at a time, and opening one joint at a time. So just a simple exercise to try and address each joint of each finger. And of course it involves the wrist, right? The more you turn, or you can, as much as it's comfortable, you can really bring the wrist in. Right? If you want to leave it more open, but still stretching. So whatever is comfortable, right? Within your limits. If you really want to squeeze, right, for the strength part, you can leave the middle knuckle up like that. The middle knuckle up instead of just closing the fist. But yeah, so sorry, it's kind of dark when I come back here. Yeah, so the middle knuckle kind of sticks out like that. And when the middle knuckle sticks out, you can find that you can squeeze harder. Right? You can just squeeze a little harder. If you just making a normal fist, it doesn't work quite the same way. But if you let that middle knuckle stick out and wrap that thumb around, you can find that you can really squeeze hard. And so you can apply a lot more strength training to that motion. Yeah? So just making that circle one way, and then making the circle the other way, right? And then starting to close it, right? Opening and closing each joint at a time. When you come out, make sure you really stretch and expand the palms. So you get a full stretch and then a full closure coming up all the way. And then just shake it out in between. So sometimes you make it really stretch and really squeeze, and sometimes just make it a little gentler. So it can still, the fingers can still undulate. You can still get that one joint at a time, but you don't have to go into the fist. You don't have to go to the extreme. Okay. So just a reminder, I used to do that exercise a lot more. So I have to remember to bring it back. There's so many exercises. What didn't I turn on? Oh, over here. Sorry, I forgot to turn on the side video. There we go. All right. Okay. Okay, extend the legs again. Nice deep breath. Expand the legs and relax. Slowly walk the feet back. Find that position for the feet. And don't forget, when you come down, right, you're relaxing, and you pick that point, whether it's up here or the throat or the solar plex or even lower, where you start to lift the sternum like standing, and you can feel the whole body start to expand, right? But before that, you're just relaxing, and then you decide when you're going to rise. And at that point of rising, you can feel like you're just pressing on something, and you feel the whole body connect, right? The whole body expands. So really subtle, but listen for that, right? Just for that feeling, start to recognize it. Right? So as I'm coming down, relaxing, and then for me, if I do it the heart right there, I start rising, and I can feel the whole body just go boom. Right? It just changes from there. Okay, so our first warm up. Your hands down, shoulders down, palms facing forward. Take a small breath to begin. Let it go and then begin. And coming up. Feel the shoulder blades dropping in place, just like washing the face. And turning the palms, continuous motion, and lifting the sternum. Expand the fingertips, stretch, nice big, yeah, just like that, nice big palm. And finish the move. In the training yesterday, I realized, how much emphasis there is on softness. And while the softness and the sung is in there, we do want to take the time to really stretch the muscles and open the palm and stretch the fingers. Nice large palm. Otherwise, you're missing some of that training and you're missing some of that development. And to open the joints, we have to stretch and expand. And within the whole movement, you'll still feel that extreme stretching, like right here, stretching. And then the palms and the fingertips can relax a little bit, not limp. And then coming out, stretching, extending, really as much as you can. Relax a little bit, and then expand again. And then slowly come down. Slowly letting go a little bit. One last time, breathing in. And out. Expanding, stretching the palm, and down. Okay, number 2, one hand up, one hand down. Breathing in and looking at the fingertips first. Breathing in. Coming up from the elbow, washing through the arm. Breathing in as you turn. Turning the head. Second time, look at the second finger, second line, eye level. third time, staring out at the horizon of the mountaintop, looking beyond the fingers, looking beyond the palm, training the chi to pull all the way out. Come back to center, height of throat, one open and close. Expand the palm, expand the fingers, and out. Lift the sternum, shoulder blades, and down. Good, good. Small breath. Just the shoulder blades expanding. Fold at the elbows and moving to the shoulders, warming up the shoulders, squeeze, and up. Keep the palms and fingers open and stretched. Keep the legs extended, the hip open. You can feel the legs sinking, pressing into the earth a little bit. Relax the pelvic joints so the body can expand in both directions. Come forward, turn the palms out. One more time. All the way down, relax a little bit, and then one side. You really feel yourself wedging the shoulder blade open, listening to the muscles under the shoulder blade. The other hand is resting, but not resting. It's just expanding. Fingertips still stretching. It's still active in that way. And then come forward. Make sure the body turns, the waist turns. Finish your movements all the way down. Relax a little bit, and other side. Remember to focus only on the lower inside corner of each shoulder blade. That's the only part you're moving. And we come forward. Pull that shoulder blade forward. So the other palm still open and stretched. Joints are relaxed, but muscle tissue still expanded. All the way down. Relax, and two sides back to front, and then front to back. And then we do the loose circles after this. You can take a small breath if you want. Right, and then loose circles. First you just shake out those muscles because that movement's so large. It's a large movement in how we're stretching. We're stretching and pulling those muscles under the shoulder blades. And then put it all back together. And breathing in. Relax the hips. Legs extended. Expanding into the earth. Bottom of the feet fully connected. Imagine them sinking into the earth. The very bottom of the feet have to be open. No resistance. Top of the head, no resistance. Palms and fingertips, no resistance. Breathing in and out. In, pull the spine and out. Pull the spine and out. As you exhale, let go of the joints. Pull And feel the joints just release, quickly release. Last one. Take an extra breath. You're moving to the spine. Hold the ball. One hand up, one hand down. Separate the shoulder blades away from each other. Connect the shoulder blades. Fingers extending like something pulling on the fingertips. One way up to heaven, one way down into earth. So apparently this move is called separating heaven and earth. I didn't know that. Just picked it up listening yesterday. Breathe in. Expand the spine. Feel the rib cage open, the spine expand, and exhale when you're ready. Washing up through the forearm. Breathe in. Naturally, just breathe in and out, stretching, expanding first. Connect the shoulder blades. Loosen the hips. Loosen the quad. The quad is the whole pelvic region. Drop the shoulders. And the shoulders drop into place. Expand the fingertips. Expand the legs. Feel the spine, the shoulder blades, the rib cage all opening up, expanding. Take a deep breath. And now continuous breath right in from the heart. Breathing in. Finish your movement and exhale when you're ready. And we'll do our spirals. Drop the elbow, look at the palm. Pull the waist towards the lower hand. Turn, lift and fall. Breathe in and exhale. Breathe in, expand the shoulder blades. Tuck the elbow. Pull the spine. Release, turn, pull the spine, breathing in and exhale. Palms right in the center of the body. Washing the outside of the arm. One more time each side. Breathe in, coil. One last time. And come back to center when you're ready. Height of heart. Lift the sternum. Sink the breath. Turn the ball. Pull the spine towards the upper elbow. Breathing in. Releasing. Pull the spine. Breathing in. Releasing. Remember to vibrate the heart. Just think of the heart vibrating. Just imagining in your mind that the heart is vibrating. And just let that vibration come out of your palms and your fingertips. Last one. Solar plex. Lift the sternum. Lift the sternum. Small breath. Press both feet into the earth. We're moving to the hips. Sink into one leg, one hip. Bring the other foot back. And as soon as you touch down, let go of the hip. So make a big concrete transition. As soon as you touch down, let go of the hip. Pull the chi up, legs resting. So you can feel the feet being sucked into the earth. And then as you press, see if you can feel the feet being released. Back of the hands being pulled. Back of the hands being pulled upwards. Back of the hands being pressed down. Bottom of the hands being pushed up. Bottom of the hands being sucked down. So remember again, you determine how much pressure is acting on you, but it's all in your mind. Right? It's all in your your intent. How much you pulling, pressing, pushing, pulling, right? All those things. Yeah, and you listen to your feet. If your feet are just at rest, when you pull the chi out of the earth, it'll pull the feet down. When you press the chi into the earth, it'll release and it'll push your foot up a little bit. Yeah? From there. Okay, adding the feet. Right, so we're going to press, push the feet down, expand, open up the hip joints, and then sink into either your right side or your left side. Doesn't matter. Right? We'll do two sides. So press both feet, and I'm going to sink into my left side. I'm going to let my body turn, let my body shift, and as I sink into the qua, my right heel releases. Okay, and that's the sign to start the movement. Lifting with the palms, carrying it out, letting it down, and as soon as I touch down, release the hip. And my left heel will just snap right up. My right leg is pressing, expanding into the earth. Let go. As soon as you touch down, let go. Keep the upper body suspended from above. So as soon as you touch the floor or the rug, whatever it is, let the hips go. You'll just create a snap. And it'll create a snap movement in your hips, in your pelvic. But it'll give you that instant transfer from shifting left to right. Instantly release one leg, right? One heel will just snap. And as you start to understand it, then you can refine the movement. So that movement will just be in the joints, right? And you won't see the whole body snapping. Whatever leg is on the ground, try to keep that leg expanded, pressing into the earth. Last one. Hold the ball. Bring that leg back in, the other leg pressing, and set it down and release. One open and close. Deep below the belly button. Turn the palms up and down. Remember to rub against the rib cage. Pressing one side into the earth, sinking into that hip, letting the body turn, and then heel and press the knee down. Stretch the back of the knee and wind it up with the fist. Rub against the rib cage. As soon as you touch the ground, release. Other side. Breathing in and out. Heel and knee. And then wind it up. Other leg sinking, pressing into the earth. Release. Add the foot pump. Heel, knee, ankle. Just breathe. Release. Heel, knee, ankle. Take your time on the stretching. Open palm. At the spine. Heel, knee, ankle, and pull the spine. Wind it up. Nice big palm. Set it down. Heel, knee, ankle, and spine. Breathing in and down. Pick up the ball. I always forget this one. Drop one knee. Pull the spine and slide the hand straight up. Lift the sternum. I always forget this warm up. This is for the pelvic, the quad, the pelvic, the hip area. Yeah, so when I go to these workshops just to kind of get a sense of how they're teaching, what they're emphasizing, because it does change. So I notice on this one, if you go to another class, they might talk about pressing against the wall, or I talk about sliding and reaching, right, and turning the waist. So I think that's been a change. Like, they'll come and they'll press, but I want you to slide the hands forward, reaching. Remember, the feet can open as much as you can. This is supposed to be part of the hip warm-up, the pelvic joint warm-up. So the larger, or the more you can move your feet away, the more we open up the hip joint. Okay, but always end with small movement of just dropping the knee to one side. And come back to center. One open and close. Okay, now going to the ankle. So sink into one side. Pick up the other leg. Hold the ball in front of the heart. Go 45. And heel and toe, flexing. On this side, pressing into the earth, sinking into the hip joint. And they'll help to keep this free. And the hands helping by holding the chi up, like you're holding the leg up. And switch when you're ready. The more you can press this leg into the earth and sink into that hip joint, the easier it is to pick up the other leg. And switch to the other side. We're going to do small toe, big toe. 45 first. Remember to lift and then tap. Lift and then tap. And if you're reaching with the small and big toe, there's a little bit of spiral movement in the feet. Okay, check it out. Let me just make an adjustment in my face. Okay. Yeah, so one of the it's not so much that I'm going to change my movement, but if you go to another class, you might notice you change it. So opening the pelvic from the standing is turning and sliding the foot while the hands reach out. So it turns, you shift the weight, and then the hands slide out. And they say, the way Dr. Lam likes to describe it is, if you have a wall in each side, right, the hands would go flat against the wall and slide against the wall. But what I noticed yesterday in the class, they don't emphasize that. They don't seem to be emphasizing that from the master trainer. They talk about pressing. So they just kind of drop the hands and press from there. So you might notice, if you go to another teacher, you might hear them saying, oh, press against the wall. But the purpose of the warm-up is to open up the hip. So to open up the hip, right, the leg has to move. When we're in the seated, by turning the knee out, turning, and we do it on the heel, or just dropping, right, that's opening up the hip. And then we want to turn the opposite way, right? So this hip opens this way, we're turning the upper body and the waist this way. And when we slide and reach, you can feel that's what adds to the stretch. So in the standing, right, it can be a nice long movement. And then when we turn, right, that helps open this all the way from there. So that's, you can feel that's how the sliding helps. But I always say, right, you have a different teacher, you just do it the way they're teaching, right? And never be afraid to ask why. Oh, and sometimes you wait till the end of class, right? Instead of interrupting class. Said, oh, I always learned it like this. I noticed you do it differently like this. Can you explain what the change is about, or why it's different now? Right? And if it's a long time person and they've gone through the change, they might have an explanation. If there's somebody new and they're brought up, right, with just the current, they might not have an explanation because they don't realize it was changed. But looking at why you're doing it, right, will give you an idea of how you want to do it and what the differences are. Okay. So yeah, the set, they don't call it, they said that they're going to start dropping, calling it the extended 41, but with the internet, I don't know how they're going to get rid of that name because it's titled like that all over the place. It's a formality. Yeah. Okay. So the foundation of the program is arthritis fall prevention, and a lot of the way Taichi addresses arthritis is just the movement, right? All the joint movement. That's why I brought up the thing about the fist. If the thumb is up here, you're missing that movement. Of course, I always have to ask, right? It's like, is there a reason, or can you bend? Maybe they have arthritis. And if they do have arthritis, or you have arthritis, more so you want to open that joint and create as much movement as is comfortably possible from there. Okay? So the movement, and it's not just the physical moving the joint, but the stretching and expanding, right? The moving helps to clean out the area, the calcification. And arthritis is basically an inflammation disease. So moving the fluid, the blood, the joint fluid, and such, right? That helps to combat the inflammation. All of those things. So as much movement as we can get. So in the seated, you can say, oh, but we don't have that nice squatting up and down. So that's the purpose in the seated, where we're practicing expanding and opening the joints. So we have that constant stretch, and we have to learn how to relax. So that's a Sung, right? The Sung is the relaxing. So even though we're seated, the legs aren't just resting. We're taking advantage of seated to practice the stretching and expanding. So the legs are active, and the pressing, the pressing down into the earth of whichever is the supporting leg, and that will release the other leg, right? So the legs are a lot more active in a seated form than people realize, or that they realize they can be, right? So you take advantage of that and emphasize those exercises from there. All right, let's reset and extend the legs again. Just relax the ankles so the feet fall, and let your upper body kind of hunch, right? Kind of fall so it rounds. And then I want you to feel from the very bottom like you're unrolling, right? So you're unrolling one vertebrae at a time and slowly expanding the hip upwards. And then slowly something's pulling you from above. Nice big breath. Open the throat. You sink the air down. Drop the arms. We want to expand the body in all directions. Take a deep breath and then let everything go again. So bring the feet in. I'm going to practice that expansion one more time. Feet out. And then relaxing, let the body slump. And then expand from the lower back. Push the lower back out. And slowly, one vertebrae at a time, unroll your back, unroll your spine until you're being suspended. Relax the hips so the legs expand towards the earth. The upper body is being pulled up towards the sky. And sink your breath down. Now feel for your body as you're expanding. Do you have tension? I have a lot of tension here, so I have to let that go. But as I let the tension go, I have to be careful that I'm not just letting everything go, that I'm still applying that expansion. So when I let go of here, the legs should expand more. It takes a long time to, or it can take a long time to get that. It's a lot of practice. We'll unroll our body one last time and then we'll move right into the set. Okay, so I'm going to reset. I'm going to just kind of slump a little bit around my body, and then I'm going to push, thinking from my sacrum, my tailbone, I'm going to push that out. Let the legs fall, expand, and imagine that I'm unrolling one vertebrae at a time, being pulled from above, arms falling, the legs are being pulled into the earth. If something else is pulling on me in both directions, I have to just let go. I have to release any tension in my frame. Take a deep breath, gathering, flushing the chi through the central channel and all the meridians. Breathe in and out. Slowly sink to one leg and walk the feet back, holding and maintaining that stretch and expansion. As you breathe in, be conscious of your lower belly expanding. Every breath represents a clean, clean, clean breath. You let it circulate through your body, pick up all the toxins, all the waste. So when you exhale, you're exhaling all the toxins and waste in your body, in your mind. Take one more small breath. Turn the palms and we'll begin. Holding the ball of chi, releasing the joints. And breathe in and commencement. Reaching, holding the ball, bringing it to your heart. Rolling away. Bring it into the body, scraping against the rib cage. Palms up, expand, and contract to the heart. Lift the sternum. Single whip, turn to your right and feel the fingertips and the palms being pulled upwards, breathing in and out. Keep on turning. Pull the spine 45. Release. Breathe in, pull the spine 45. Release. One more time. Come back to the heart. One open and close, one heart lung qigong. And single whip on the other side. Breathe in and out. Look at the fingertips. Drop the hand. One sound. Pull the spine. back to center. Breathe naturally. Brushing the knee, your right side. Pull the spine to your right. Slide the hand straight up, forward. Tap the heart with the fingertip. Drop the heel of the palm and lift the sternum. Drop your right hand to the side. Keep on turning. The hands come to the center. Breathe in and out. Washing through the forearm. Pull the spine. Right here. Hu pipa. Play the pipa or hold the pipa. Twist. Parry. Breathe in. Parry. Left hand's going to flip over and cover. Under the right. Keep on turning. Breathe in and start to grab. And lift. Turn until you feel the left fist gently touch the rib cage. Rolling back or block. And then gather or close. And lift. Exhale. Left side. Breathing in and out. Tap the heart, then the heel of the palm, and lift your sternum. Relax the bottom hand. Keep on turning. Keep catching the bar and release. Pull the spine. Right here. Hu pipa and release. Left hand scoops underneath. Parry. Parry left and parry right. I'm going to flip the hand over to cover. Right hand under the left wrist. Breathe in and start to grab. And release. Turn, turn, turn. When the right fist touches the rib cage, release. Close or block. And then close. And lift. And come back to center. Repeat. Repeat. Turn and leisurely tying the coat. Turn the waist to the left. Release. Turn the waist to the right. Breathe in. Release. Turn the waist to the right. Coming down. Connect the middle finger to the wrist. Release. Just turn the palm. Tuck the elbow and turn the waist. Breathe in. Release. Tuck the elbow some more. And then expand while coiling to the right. Breathe in and big spiral. Double palm. Fingertips still connected and then release. One open and close. Fist under elbow. Turn to your right. So we start with a single whip. Breathe in, rising. Here. Now, drop the right hand, turn. Release. As you release, the bottom hand holds a fist, drop the elbow. And you have to turn some more until the elbow and the fist line up. Breathe in. Pull the spine. Squeeze the fist and then let go. Rise and roll back. Let the body come back to your right side. And then brush the knee. Keep on turning. Left hand up, repulse monkey. Fingertips. Heel of palm. Third time. Leisurely tying the coat. Turn some more to your left. Release. Down. Rotate the left palm up. Connect the right fingertip. open, coiling, coiling, coiling. Breathe in. Oh, right side, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's repeating, but we're actually back on track. Usually tying the cold wipe. Rotate the bottom hand, lift. Tuck the elbow and turn and expand, coiling. Deep breath. Release. Double palm. Fist under elbow. Start with a single whip to your left. Open. Rising. Drop the left hand. Spiral the spine. Turn the left palm. Breathe in. Bottom hand holds a fist. Turn some more until fist on the elbow. Breathe in. Release. Turn to your right. Push the fist up. Squeeze, then release and rise. And repulse monkey. Brush the knee. Turn. Repulse monkey. Brush the knee. Turn. Repulse monkey. Brush the knee. Leisurely tying the coat. Connect the fingertip. Tuck the elbow. Extend. Release. Hold the ball. One heart Jalong Qigong. Drop the elbows, drop the shoulders, lift the sternum. Feel the body connect. And then come back. Last open and close. Lift the sternum. And slowly let everything go. Legs still pressing into the earth. Breathe in. And out. Press the left leg into the earth to release the right leg so it can come back. Press the right leg into the earth. Release the left leg, it can come back. Press 2 feet down, heavy, heavy, heavy. Breathe in and let go. Gathering. Three times. 2 more times. Relaxing. 1 more time. Small breath. Okay, loosen up your hands, loosen up your legs. Yeah, chin up pounding. Okay, yeah, loosen up your knees. If you want, you can stand and do this. Gently put your knees together and just go back and forth to help loosen up your hips. Okay, cross one leg over, same side hand, the other hand comes across it. Gently applies pressure to open up the piriformis, open up the hip joint. Sit nice and straight. Release on the other side. Same hand, other hand comes across, gently pulls. You can feel it wedging this open. And then cross the leg again. This time throw the other hand across and gently turn. Yeah. So the first one is just for the hip. This one is for the back, the lower back. Relax, relax, relax as you turn. We'll do 2 sides. You just throw the hand across. If you have the chair, you can pull. If you have the armchair, you can pull yourself. That's another way to do it. Okay, and then last one is thing about unrolling the spine. So want you to relax and hunch and just imagine like you're just unrolling the spine one vertebra at a time. So I'm going to come down. I'm going to push from the tailbone out. Imagine I'm just pushing the sacrum out, relaxing, let the head fall, relax, and feel this expanding and stretching and just unrolling one vertebrae at a time. Right? And then something starts pulling from above. Shoulders relax. And letting go. Just one more time. Just pushing this out. You can feel that stretch in the lumbar. And slowly unrolling and rising and stretching. Letting the legs fall so the body can expand. We'll do one more time. And pushing the lower spine up, expanding, stretching back here. One vertebrae at a time. The head being pulled from above. There's so many different exercises. Yes.
I have problems with because I pulled my rib muscle. Coughing. So when I go over like that and try to come up like that, it kind of pulls that muscle.
Okay. Yeah. So just don't do it. Just don't do it, or do it gently. Yeah. If so the rib muscles. Yeah, I mean, when we pull muscles, we have to let them rest, yeah. And we have to listen to the injury. So you have to experiment. Like, I mean, if it's sore, you could still relax and maybe just not push so much, right? Not go for the full range of motion, but just slowly unwind, right? And just to come up straight. And to stretch is that backwards. Yeah, we tilt and we look up a little bit. And you find that pain point, right? Right at that pain point, you got to stop. Right? But you can stop and pull back a little bit, right? Because we don't want to increase the injury. But right at that pain point, just stop. Relax a little bit, right? So when you relax, so pull it back a little bit, and then you can just kind of hold that gentle stretch, right? So it's still stretching, and the common, I would say that the common advice is, within that first week of the injury, right? You really don't do much, and you wait about a week, right? You can ice it down, give it a chance to rest, and you need to flush blood in injured areas. Flushing blood, moving the blood and circulation is really what helps to heal, right? It's taking out, it's removing the toxins, bringing the new. But when the injury is fresh, bringing blood into those areas is also inflammation. So in the beginning, it's usually just icing, right? We're just trying to get the inflammation down. We have to assume that all of the muscle tissue is just broken, right, and shattered. So we don't want to stretch it too much, right? But then when it starts to heal, right, we don't want to be caught in this position, right? So, right, just coming up as much as you can and relaxing, but still allowing it to move. And then maybe the second week, a little bit more, some icing. You can use some heat to help promote. So technically, you're actually promoting the inflammation, but it's bringing the blood into there, followed by cool, right? Ice pack. It doesn't have to be super cold. Just cool to push the blood back out. From there. So when I do it, right, if I'm from here, right, I'm gonna just push. I'm just focusing where I'm pushing and just stretching and holding that stretch. Right, so really collapsing and unwinding. So you can do it from standing, right, where just, I don't know if you can see me pushing back here out. When I haven't done it for a long time, if I do that too much, it doesn't look like much. But if I haven't done it for a long time, my muscles aren't used to it, yeah, I'll strain the muscles. You can't imagine. Doesn't sound like a big muscle when you strain it, but if I come here and I really try to force that movement and I really stretch, you'd be surprised how much action you're actually doing. Yeah. You strain the rib muscles, right? Even doing this can hurt because you're stretching the ribs, right? So, just kind of experimenting where is that range, and oh, too much, right? Drop it down, and that's your limit. But if you just have that constant gentle motion, at least it won't tighten up and stay there. Yeah. Because that's the worst. Just tightens up, it heals in a constricted position. And if it's a really bad injury, you have scar tissue, right? So that stretching, the gentle massage. Oh, just to throw that in, I was talking to somebody, and we got all distracted. This is out on the beach and had seal action, had seal and people action, so got distracted. But if you do have scar tissue, you're working out. Uh, um, I'm trying to remember the oil, oh goodness, I forget. I've seen the bottle, castor oil. So if you go down to the health food stores and you just buy castor oil for health, I can't remember if they'll say like medical grade or therapeutic. Basically, it's just more refined, yeah. But you can rub castor oil. It's really, really thick, and castor oil will soak in, and it'll help to break up the fibroids. So castor oil is used for, can be used for scar tissue, right? You can rub it on. Castor oil is used for uterine fibroids. One of the old homeopathic for women trying to get pregnant, but they can't get pregnant because they have uterine fibroids. So they would take castor oil, soak a piece of wool, right? Yeah, soak a piece of wool in castor oil, place it right over here, lie down. Today, they'll wrap it with saran wrap and basically go to sleep so that the castor oil soaks in, and the castor oil slowly helps to break up the fibroids from there. So you can use it if you have scar tissue. Yeah, just don't agitate it, but just gentle, like one spot, right? You don't want to just agitate like that, but you can just here, or you could probably, you don't have to use sheepskin. They sell imitation sheepskin, that they actually sell kits like that. A Ziploc bag with a piece of imitation sheepskin and castor oil for that. But you could probably just use a bandage, yeah? A large bandage, and put it on. So you might want to try that if it's really bothering. It might help to loosen that up. Yeah. And you can probably tell if it's soaking in because it'll get into the bloodstream and you have that taste in your mouth. Like, there's a little aftertaste of oil from there. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, all of this, yeah, if you're injured just doing this, right, that stretching, like, So one of the, like, as I get older and get more out of shape, one of the things I really start to appreciate with the Taichi for Health program is the emphasis on safety. Yeah. And when I'm young and I'm teaching, right, come on, push, yeah, do it. Right? We don't think of that, right? It's just, come on, just, you're not tough enough, just tough through it. As you get older, you realize, like, maybe that's not the best way to train. Right? You can still train really hard and intensely, but intelligently. When we're young, we're not that intelligent yet, right? And that's how we were trained, right? Yeah, like if you watch, what was that movie, the 300, about the Spartans? One of the more recent ones, right? I mean, that's how it was in that day. There was survival, right? Where the father, the leader of the Spartans, training the son, and he's just boom, right? It's physical, and at the end, like, good job, right? And the son is, yeah, and they grow up to be big warriors, but that's what they needed. That was survival. Yeah, we don't have to do quite that um, extreme. And if you look at all the athletes, like the Chinese athletes who do the wushu competitions, right? It's like amazing what they do. But if you watch them take off the pants, right? They all have braces, right? Because this training is so extreme. It's very rare. You know, when you really start examining, it's very rare to find a top athlete in competition who's 100% healthy, because the training is so extreme. Yeah, it's just the competitive, you know, it's too much, and the pressure, right, to compete. Right? So we all know, in especially professional sports, right, football, baseball, right, here, just here, cortisone, right? Okay, you can perform. Things like cortisone, they're only masking the pain. So as they're performing, they're just destroying the muscle tissue. They just don't feel it. Yeah, from there. So yeah, I the more I do it, the more I appreciate. Yeah, it's really smart. Yeah, it starts off, and that's really what Tai Chi and internal Kung Fu is. You start off gentler, slower, but the how you cultivate is stronger inside. And the external Kung Fu really addresses self-defense. Like, hey, we got to defend ourselves right now. We don't have time to build you up that way. Yeah, but in there. Okay, let's end with the bell. Is there anybody who was going to stay around for second half? Yeah. Okay, why don't we just do 1 hour, and then everybody can get on with their Father's Day. Yeah. I'm either going to take a nap or chase seals. It's 50-50 at this. Well, actually, it's leaning more towards taking a nap at this point. Okay, bring the hands up and down. You know what? We'll end with a simple meditation. Then that will do it. Okay, bring the hands up, extend. We just do one round of healing Qigong, and turn and out, and lift, and down, and gather. The palms spiral, breathing in. Just breathe naturally. Same thing like washing the face. Feel the shoulder blades, lift the sternum. One more time, down and gather. And last one. Put your left palm over your right palm. Fold in towards your face. And then swivel so they end up in front of your heart. And then lift your right elbow, pressing up. And pressing, and then your left hand on your sternum. And then switch, so your left elbow comes up and your right palm ends up on your sternum. Turn the palm and drop the other palm down. Turn your waist to your right, and then relax the wrist and turn your waist to the left. Raise the right palm and turn again, looking at the palm. Left hand comes up, right hand down, and turn. Bring the left hand inside Turn the palms out. Press 3 times up. Separate the palms. Turn the palms towards your forehead. Gather and press away again. And then gather and repeat one more time. Bring the fingertips together and then the palms and bring it back to your heart. Take one breath. Open and extend, and then we repeat the whole thing again. Just like washing the face. And gently pressing away the shoulder blades. And then letting the palms fall and spiral from the middle, from the pinky. And then 4 times. This is the second time. Smiling from the heart, projecting. Third time. And 4th time. Left palm over right palm. Fold it in. And then swivel, so palms are in front of the heart. Left elbow up. Right palm on the sternum. Press. And then switch. Right elbow up. Turn the palm as if catching the top hand. And turn the waist. And then relax and drag the hand with you. Bottom hand comes up. And turn. It's just like you carry the chi gently. And then switch. Bottom hand comes up. Bring the hands in front of the forehead. Press 3 times. And back. Separate and turn. Focusing on the forehead and the crown. Fingertips and then palm. And we do a 3rd time. We'll end with 1/3 repetition. Take a breath first. And then open and extend and lift. Rotate the palms out. Pressing from the shoulder blades, lifting the sternums, palms fall. Spiral. Smiling from the heart. 2nd time. Can you imagine your heart vibrating? And one more time. And left palm over right palm. Fold into you. And swivel down over the heart. Right elbow up first. Your right elbow up first. And left hand on the sternum. Press. And switch. Press. Turn your right palm up. And catch. Pull the spine to your right. Release, pull the spine to the left and drag the hands with you. Right hand starts to rise. Left palm supports inside the elbow, like gently carrying the ball. Pull the spine to the right. Left hand comes up, so the hands exchange. Release. Left hand comes inside towards your forehead, turning out. Come back to center. Separate. Turn the palms to the forehead, as if you're gathering the chi and pressing away from the forehead. Second time. Third time. Fingertips, palms. Gently close your eyes. Gently breathe in and out 10 times. Finding all the stress in your body, all the tension, and letting it go one at a time. Separate your palms when you're done. Breathe in and out. And slowly moving. Slowly moving. Rubbing your hands. Open up your eyes. Tapping. And you pull the muscles away from your neck. Okay. Oh, so for the Monday class, we're going to end the Zoom offering. This whole session, nobody connected. So we decided, just end the Zoom offering. I'm debating whether to offer on my own account. If I offer on my own account, it'll be on Google Meet for Monday. So I know Janet expressed interest in the Monday. And if you know of anybody else who's interested in the Monday class, then I'll just offer the Google Meet on my own account. I don't have a Zoom account, so I would get in trouble right at about, I don't know what it is, 40 minutes or 50 minutes, right? It would end and I'd have to restart it. The Google account, the Google Meet, I pay for it as part of my my own subscription. So that one is, I can do it for a long time. Yeah, from there. So if you are interested, or just let me know. Yeah, and if nobody's interested, then but I'll probably set up everything the same way, because the way we're doing it in class now is I've been hooking up to the big TV screen, and I think some people actually enjoy having that out, looking at the screen and not seeing me. So it really doesn't take much, but I probably have to set up the Google Meet anyway. That's the way I've been doing it. I've been doing it through the account, not wiring up there. Well, I'll just put the camera. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But if there's a request, so for the Mondays, we'll keep the Sundays. For the Mondays will end. Yeah, and it's just extra paperwork for Riva, and especially if nobody's been logging on. Yeah. So we'll end that. All right, thank you. Hopefully I'll switch back to my other little mixer next week, and hopefully all that background sound will normalize again. Yeah, from there. All right. Happy Father's Day. I think, I don't know. I think in the future, we should probably just automatically say, right? We just cancel Mother's Day, Father's Day, certain days.